Hi, everybody. Tony Mejia here. Welcome into Wager Talk TV. Excited to get a new week started in the sports world. We've got the conference finals in the NBA all set up, and those will begin later this week, and we'll have previews on that, so keep an eye out for them. This is a great reminder for you to subscribe and to like all our content here at Wager Talk TV for absolutely free, actionable information for you to digest and invest. Also, a reminder that on Tuesday, May 21st, at Sports Memo, we will have half off daily play packages. So you can get in on game one of the Eastern Conference Finals, half off 1 day all access passes. Come take advantage of me or any of the other Sports Memo handicappers. A lot of guys are on great runs. So come check us out and take advantage. In this video, we're going to be talking about the WNBA and specifically the Indiana Fever and Connecticut Sun in round two of their early season matchups. Not a series, obviously, because the regular season just started, but the Fever did square off against the Sun to begin the Caitlin Clark era, and that went terribly. And now they face them again in the second home game of the Caitlin Clark era. And at first, the number was laid out as a Fever getting 4 points at home. That's quickly been bet up to 6 or 6.5. The Fever come off a 91-80 weekend loss to New York Liberty, which is actually their best performance of the young season. They come in 0-3, but it was improvement because they had lost to the Liberty 102-66 in their home opener. And they trailed the Liberty in New York 57-37 at the break. So they made a little bit of a second half run. Caitlin Clark has led the team in scoring in 2 of the 3 matchups and comes off her best game. She went 9 for 17 from the field, hit 4 threes, dished out 8 assists, had 6 rebounds, but the turnover monster was an issue again. She had 8. We'll see if she can clean up her act a little better against the Sun here the second time around. But it's going to be challenging because she'll be facing the defense of Dejanay Carrington, who really ate her lunch in that debut, forced her into 10 turnovers. And Carrington, who was a sub last year and now is in that starting lineup, says, being a pest is part of the expectation that her teammates have for her and herself. She says that that's the standard. So you can bet she will be stuck to Clark like glue, which should make you think twice about any over props. Maybe you haven't learned your lesson just yet, but I thought the numbers were too high on Clark to start the season. And last week we won, fading her in her scoring total in that season debut, where she actually did get 20, which is more than I thought she would get. But the number for her was set at 21.5. And obviously we hung on to win there. Her number tonight is 3.5 3-pointers, coming off her 4 3-pointer performance against New York. That's a manageable number. She could get 4 tonight. So if you want to bet the over there, I wouldn't stand in your way. But just be aware that Connecticut is very feisty defensively, and they are significantly more well-rested than the Fever, who played on Saturday, whereas the Sun haven't played since Friday night. They come in 2-0, the Fever 0-3. The Fever have Melissa Smith and Aaliyah Boston still looking to get going up front, and they face really tough matchups in DeWanna Bonner and Brianna Jones. Alyssa Thomas, the leading assist getter in the WNBA from last season, kind of balked at people saying, well, Caitlin Clark's going to come in and lead the league in assists. She's like, hold on a second. And she proved that in the season opener, going for 13, 10, and 13 assists, a triple-double for Thomas, who is the most significant stat sheet stuffer in the WNBA. I look for her to have another big night. So if you want to bet somebody other than Clark or somebody on the Fever, I would go with Alyssa Thomas and her points, rebounds, and assists. DeWanna Bonner is the consummate pro. She should also have a big game. So I think the Fever are going to go down once again. They'll be 0-4. I would lay the points, even though it's been inflated now to 6.5. I think Connecticut is by far the superior team here and should win by more than 3 possessions. So 7 or more for me with Connecticut. I do think Caitlin Clark will top her assists number at 6.5. So if you want to bet the over on something with Caitlin Clark involved, that's my recommendation, is to go over 6.5 assists. The Sun come off an 84-77 win over the Mystics on Friday. They dominated the first matchup between these teams, again, forcing Clark into turnover after turnover. But one thing that Indiana does have in its favor, besides being at home for this one, is Kelsey Mitchell, the leading scorer from last season. She made her first start on Saturday and shot the ball well. Getting her going will be really key to keeping double teams out of Caitlin Clark's face and helping her grow more comfortable in her role as the floor general for Indiana in her rookie season. She's plus 600 at FanDuel to score the first basket of the game and plus 270 to score the Fever's first basket if you're so inclined. But once again, I'm riding with the Connecticut Sun, laying the points. And I also think that Clark will top 6.5 assists. And I would go with the over on Alyssa Thomas's points, rebounds, and assists. Once again, let me remind you to like and subscribe all of our content here at Wager Talk TV, and check us out on half-off packages for Tuesday, all access passes or individual packages from all of our handicappers. Like and subscribe, like I said, at Wager Talk TV, and we'll take care of you with free, actionable information that should make you money in the long run. For Sports Memo and Wager Talk TV, I'm Tony Mejia, wishing you a wonderful week.